ISO. So we are certified and licensed as medical equipment manufacturers. So we're not those previous 3 categories you've seen either. So even the 4th category with the water ionizers, not all of them, hardly any of them would have this ISO 13485. So Enagic are licensed as medical equipment manufacturers in Japan. Okay, so what the mistake most people make is that they think, oh, look, I like your water filter that you've got in your kitchen there. How much does it cost? £4,000. Who pays £4,000 for a water filter? All right, so this is a medical equipment. And by the way, you can also download the latest certificate if you go to enagic.com, enagic.com, and you can download the latest certificate here of the ISO. All good? Second award, second most important thing here, it's this Water Quality Association, WQA for short. All right, so the Gold Seal Award, WQA, you check them out, go online. It's a very, very prestigious organization, very prestigious association. And now there is a lot of water ionizers on the marketplace that are members. So to become a water ionizer, you need to become a member of this association. And they would give you a certificate and say, look, your water quality that comes out of your machine is pretty good. Okay. But what differentiates Enagic versus all the others is that our certificate looks like this. Can you see the difference? I'll just go back. So one is a member, and the other guy, Enagic, have been awarded the Gold Seal. So what would you prefer? A member, or would you like to be a gold member? So Enagic, so how many of you actually play golf? You know, if you have to go into golf, golfing, you have to pay a membership to become a member, correct? So with Enagic, they're actually awarded this Gold Seal because the quality of our water is the best in the world. You know, it's not bronze. The water that comes out is not silver, it's gold. Okay, we've won the Gold Seal Award. And again, you can go to Enagic website and you can go to WQA and you will see our Gold Seal certificate over here. And you'll also see it, where else do you see it? You'll see it on your machine. You'll see this Gold Seal on your machine. So WQA certifies Enagic with this Gold Seal. Okay, so makes sense so far? And number 3 is this. Enagic is the only ionizer endorsed by 6,500 medical doctors in Japan. All right, so how many of you can read Japanese? Anybody?
Oh.
No. All right, so if you can read Japanese, this is what it says here. We are endorsed by the Japanese Association of Preventive Medicine for Adult Diseases. All right, that's quite a mouthful there. Let me say that again. It's basically JAPA. I say JAPA for short, JAPA. Okay, the prevention of adult medicine and adult diseases. Okay, so in the East, it's more about prevention of illnesses. So it's actually around sort of 8,000 medical doctors now in Japan that endorses Enagic kangen machines. So number 4 reason is this: largest surface area of plates. So when I say this, what do I mean by plates? So the plates are actually the medical grade titanium plates. I've got a picture to show you later. So, you know, why, you know, there's all the other brands also talk about plates. And every single one of them, I guarantee you, will all compare themselves with Enagic and say, our plates are different because of this, our plates are better because of this. But it all comes down to size, okay? Are size important? Yeah, okay, right. So in this case, look, imagine these are runway, okay? These are, you know, the plain runway. So on the left, you have Enagic runway, and on the right, you've got X brand runway. So well, the question is, which runway would you rather take off from? And by the way, at the end of this runway, you've got a huge cliff drop that goes down to the ocean. So which one would you take off from? The one that's like 1,000 meters or the one that's 100 meters? Yeah? So the longer the runway, the larger the runway, the more chance your water is going to get charged and electrolyzed in the process of the kangen machine, inside the kangen machine, okay? So the ones on the left is the X-brand, is Kangen SD501 or the K8, and the one on the right is the X-brand. Okay, so they're about the size of a credit card, and ours is a solid medical grade, and so you can see now they're both together. The one on the right is our Kangen machines, and the ones on the left are the X-brands. Okay. And here we've taken them apart over here. This is the heart of your engine. This is what's actually really inside of the most of the thing that's really doing the work inside your Kangen machine. And here again, the SD51 and K8 platinum titanium plates together in the little middle, the X brands. It's like Beauty and the Beast together, right? Number 5 is this medical grade solid plates. Okay, that 99% pure that avoids metal poisoning. So in actual fact, when it comes to the titanium inside our machines, there are, I don't know if you're aware that there are industrial grade that they use for, you know, construction of airplanes, etc. And there's also medical grade. So there's the same similar thing that, you know, when you know somebody, how many of you here know people who had some sort of operation and they put titanium inside their body? Okay, well, this is the same grade of titanium they put inside your body. Okay, and then, you know, some pictures here of the factory here on Osaka. So with the factory being medical grade certified, everything here exceeds medical grade, including the titanium and the platinum that uses. All right, so on your SD501, you've got 7 medical grade titanium dipped inside platinum, and okay, and you've got 8. All right, and then guess is how much a kilo of platinum is on the marketplace now. Okay, it's around 24,000 odd pounds. All right, it's about $25,000 a kilo. Number 6 is this, a track record of 42 years. Well, it's about 45 years now, 46 years. So Enagic, as you know now, it's been established in 1974. It's older than I am. I don't know, I think it's probably older than the majority of you here that's listening. All right, so how many of you here know that, you know, there are companies that, appliances that you use at home that are older than you? Okay, a company that's been around for about 45 years. So Enagic has a track record of 45 years. And this is important because from a you know, if you're thinking about whether you're investing, you know, partnering up with a company that you're going to be working with in, you know, in tandem, or investing in a product, and a track record is very, very important. So we're able to say that, you know, our machine has, you know, can last so and so long because it's been proven. Okay, and number 7 is this, direct from a Japanese manufacturer. And this is very important because from my perspective, where I used to work in manufacturing, I don't know if you guys all know, but I used to work for Burberry, and we used to go and visit factories all the time. And it's very important that when we go and visit a factory, the garments have to be made in that factory that they said they would. So in other words, they wouldn't subcontract and bring in parts from another factory, or wouldn't send our garments over to another factory to be made, just so that they can monitor quality control. You know, you know, every machine that you've seen, your Kangen, your SD51, K8, is all manufactured in one factory in Osaka, in Japan. Okay, I don't know how you guys feel about Japanese manufacturing. Okay, how do you guys like, you know, Japanese cars? Because Japanese cars are very known for reliability, correct? So you're all direct from a Japanese manufacturer. So this is an OEM. Number 8 is this, does not overheat within an hour of non-stop ionization. And one of the very common questions that we get asked is, how long can you leave your Kangen machine on for? Okay, so, you know, the answer is that I've left my machine on for hours, non-stop. And so the X brands, we don't like to compare ourselves with X brands, by the way. So this is really more to just, you know, to educate you guys and to get educated. But all the other X brands, you know, like to compare themselves with Enagic. Enagic, we just like to stay in our own lane. We just stay focused in our vision. We stay focused in our philosophy and stay focused in what we do. So other X brands would say, hey, look, Enagic, and they also look, they employ a thermal switch in the water cell to shut down ionization process if the temperature gets too hot. So this is a picture of what their plates might look like. So I'll give you an example. So imagine you were driving a car down the motorway. You're driving down the M3, and you're on the you're on the fast lane. You're driving at 70, 80 miles per hour, and then for about an hour, 2 hours later, you start to smell something coming out of the engine. You see the engine error message comes on, it lights up, and it tells you to pull over. So And then you call the manufacturer and you say, look, oh, my car has just broken down. I don't know what's wrong. And then the manufacturer would say, look, well, that's because we have employed a thermo switch in your car to make sure it doesn't overheat. So now the question is that a flaw or is that a feature? So the manufacturer in ionization process, in the X-brands, they are referring to this as a feature to try and almost kind of trick you with very clever marketing. So imagine if your car breaks down every now and again and the manufacturer says, look, we did this so your car doesn't overheat. Does it make sense? So this is what your plates could look like in other X-brands. Okay, and we get this very often. We get people returning the machines back over to us, after they've invested in X-brand's machine. I wouldn't say what brand, but they're invested. They bring it over to me and say, look, I bought this 6 months ago, 1 year ago, and I don't know why, but I want to do a test against your Kangen machine. And then they open it up, and this is what we find inside. Okay, and then you might want to taste the water, and it smells like I don't know, Horlicks. It smells like coffee. It smells like burnt water. Okay, would you like to taste burnt water with a slightly toasted smell inside? So imagine drinking this. Imagine drinking water that's coming out of this for your family. Make sense? Yeah. And number 9 is this correlates to some of the other previous points I mentioned. Biggest and fastest water flow rate. So when you put your cup under your Kangen machine, you put your bottle under the machine, how many liters of water comes out in 1 minute? And the reason why I want to share this is because I've had a potential client who came to my house, and because they knew I had Kangen, and we turn on the tap, and he just stood there. I said, "Oh wow, God, that was pretty quick." He said, "How much did you pay for that machine?" I said, "It's 4,000 euros." I said, "Okay, I want to get a machine." I said, "Well, why do you want to get?" I was a little bit shocked, and I asked him, "Why do you want to get a machine so quickly?" He said, "I have something similar. I also have another ionizer at home, but it only gives out about 1 liter a minute. So it's very, very small flow. And part of the reason is because, again, they've employed this feature on their website, and they said we've got a flow. I'll read this out for you. This is exactly what we've taken from their website: a flow control valve that allows you to fine-tune the performance and give you true functional control of your water pressure through your ionizer. And the reason is because they want to control the flow rate because their pipes looks like this. So that's their pipes at the bottom, and that's our pipes at the top. So remember, going back to point number 4 about the size of the plates. Yes, because their plates are so small, they have to limit the flow rate to a very, very small amount so that the water gets charged properly. Because if it goes too close so quickly, the water is not going to get charged, is it? All right, so they have to limit the flow rate. All right, does that make sense? Yeah, awesome, good stuff. Right. Now, so there's another something that we find very often. Number 10 reason is this: it's the only ionizer on the marketplace producing 11.5 and 2.5. And part of the reason I've shown this picture is because on one of their websites, they say Enagic uses dangerous substances, dangerous, harmful chemicals in our water. And so one of the most very common thing that you're going to hear. And again, they've misconstrued the whole idea about about the 2.5 and 11.5. So remember, so Enagic produce 5 different waters, correct? And those are Kangen, different pH, 8.5 to 9.5, the clean water, the beauty water, the strong Kangen, and the strong acidic water. So these last 2 waters, this is what they say. So warning, you should not buy an Enagic ionizer. They're obsolete. And according to the Enagic's manual, they may blow up, they may explode. So those of you who have owned a Kangen machine at the moment, just be very careful that you now have a nuclear weapon in your kitchen. Okay, it may explode, so be very careful, right? So this is what their XRX brands are saying about Enagic. And I go further to this. I will say that Enagic uses sodium chloride in our machine to produce Kangen. So, I mean, for those of you who don't have any scientific knowledge, what is sodium chloride? What do you think sodium chloride is? Okay, so they go to a lab, they produce this document and say that we use this dangerous chemical substance. So sodium chloride is basically table salt. All right, and where can you find table salt? You know, it's used everywhere. So what I'm talking about here is the bottle of solution that comes with the machine, correct? We call it the enhancer solution, and the enhancer solution also contains this ingredient as well as the sodium chloride, and it's called a sodium hypochlorite. Okay, and the sodium hypochlorite is basically chlorine in bleach. Okay, so in your enhancer solution, you have two ingredients. Yes, the bottle that you put inside the little chamber on your right hand side, you have two ingredients. You have salt and you have water. Okay, you have salt and you've got distilled water, and the byproduct is basically sodium chloride. Sodium hypochlorite, which is basically chlorine. So where do you find chlorine? Can you get it in your tap water? Can you get it in food preparation? Do you find it in hospitals? In fact, you'll find that there is probably more chlorine, definitely more chlorine in your tap water right now than there is in the strong acidic water. Okay, so the strong acidic water, the 2.5, and the solution that's used to produce it, the enhancer solution, is necessary to produce the 11.5 and the 2.5. Okay, and the 2.5, as you know, is a lot safer than your Dettol, your Mr. Muscle, and your common household cleaners. Okay, how many of you now are so grateful that you no longer need to use those harmful chemical gels, alcohol gels when you go out? Yeah, particularly in this current climate that we're in now at the moment. So I carry my 2.5. Who of you here carry your 2.5 around with you? Yeah, and you can use your 2.5 on your skin, on your eyes, and your mouth, correct? So you can use that 2.5 to sterilize and disinfect and kill bacteria. And so you can do away with those harmful gels, harmful chemicals now. So, and by the way, do we drink 2.5? We don't drink the strong acidic water. Well, I hope not anyway. Right? Okay, we don't drink the 2.5. So the 2.5 is used for disinfecting, for killing bacteria, correct? And the 11.5, so it's used, as you know, it's used for washing your fruits and veg. Yeah. So how many of you here are currently using your 11.5 to remove those harmful chemicals and pesticides from your fruits and veg? And also in certain cases, you know, I'll come to later. There's a book that also endorsed the 11.5 in cancer patients. So again, when you press the 9.5 and you go back to the Kangen, you will see the notice that says cleaning, notice cleaning. So it's now flushing all that flushing that salt solution out of your machine. All right. So that's what makes this a medical device. So number 11. Okay, we've got 5 more to go, guys. So number 11 is this: only ionizer with an e-cleaning system. So again, you know, it's very important that you clean your Kangen machine. Who here is cleaning your Kangen machine on a regular basis? Okay, you know, just like servicing a car. You know, everything needs to be serviced. If it doesn't, it ends up looking like this. But however, what differentiates Enagic versus others is that we have this patented cleaning system that allows you to clean your machine on a regular monthly basis. Now, I want to show you this picture over here. So this is after 1 year from this other X brand, and they brought the machine over and they said, look, can you please test my machine over? And you know the pH tester thing that we do with in the water. So what color is pH Kangen 9.5 in your Kangen machine? It's purple, correct? And what color should the tap water be? It should be like bluish, greenish, correct? And what about the acid water? The acid water coming out of the gray hose should be orange, all right? So now look at this machine over here. Their alkaline water, what color is it? Can you see there on there? It's green. And their acid water, what color is it? It's green. What color is the tap water? It's blue. So you might as well save your money and drink tap water. So they've paid £1,500 for this machine, and that's because their plates have stopped working, because they have not been able to clean their machine. Okay, so if you're able to clean your machine with a Kangen, as you can, your machine after 15 years is going to look like just like brand new. Okay, so again, you know, some more pictures of other X brands. Would you want your family, your friends, and yourself to be drinking water coming out of these? These plates here. These look very nice. What do they look like over to you? They look like crusted blue cheese, doesn't it? And then look at this. It's like somebody's dandruff's got on there. Like salt, yeah. Limescale chip blocks. Okay. There's more pictures over here. Okay. Anyway, so number 12 of this, okay, linking back up to 11. So not affected by hard water. What do I mean by hard water? Anyone here lives in hard water areas? So for those of you who are joining from overseas, hard water, we've got hard water here in some parts of UK, anywhere south of Birmingham, in London predominantly. Hard water is basically water with a lot of minerals inside, with limescale inside your water. And these will clog up your system, will clog up anything, your washing machine, your boiler, etc. Your kettle, you see that layer of white stuff floating in your kettle? That's basically limescale. That's basically hard water. And with the Kangen machine, with the e-cleaning process, you can remove and strip out your hard water, strip out your limescale from your Kangen machine. Okay, so it's literally like brand new. So just remember to go through the cleaning process on a regular basis. Number 13 is this, up to 230 watts. Now, the difference between these two cars are what? Do they all have 4 wheels? Do they all have steering wheels? Do they all have windows? What that SLK, by the way, is obviously not the Mercedes SLK. It's just another sub brand from Asia. And then you've got the BMW. The difference between these is that one has more power than the other. So the Enagic SD501K employs 230 watts. And we're able to do that because our plates are very, very big. It can take that power, take that wattage, and that's why when you get your water coming out of your machine with a Kangen, it can hold the charge a lot longer than the others on the marketplace, and that's one of the key difference you want to remember. Okay, so we can hold our charge even if you take this bottle out, for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, it will still be alkaline, and the antioxidant reading in there will still be very, very high. Yeah. So why do you buy what we buy? Do we buy things because of cost, or do we buy things because of the price, how much we pay for it, or do we purchase things because of what? Because of the value we get back. So your message, our job over here is to try and convey the value of the Kangen machine. Does that make sense? Yeah. So cost is what you pay, and then value is what you get back. Okay. So can you see the difference between the cost of your Kangen machine versus the value you get back? So, for example, imagine if each and every single one of you owned a Kangen machine over here, and it was the last Kangen machine on earth, and there's no more, and somebody offered you double the price to pay for it. How many of you had to sell it? Double the price to sell it. How many of you would sell it for double the price? Yeah. So number 14 is this: long machine lifespan, 15 to 25 years, and we can say that it's because we've been around for how long? Yes, around 45 years, correct? So, other brands would say, look, we can give you, we've been around for that long, but they've only been around 5 to 10 years. How can they say that the machine lasts so long? Okay, all right. And we do have some friends over in Scotland that has owned the machine for about 15 years. I've got friends over in Middle East that's owned the machine since 2009. It's still brand new. It's still exactly the same price that they paid 10, 15 years ago. And finally, number 15 is this: 5 years warranty, parts and labors covered. So what this means is that your K8, your 501, when you purchase it, it will cover you guys for 5 years, parts and labor. Anything that goes wrong with it, you contact Enagic. They will take a look at it, and they will send you, replace any spare parts or send you a brand new one altogether. And in the 1800 machines that I've sold, not one, well, actually one K8 out of 1800 machines, one K8 has been returned back to the manufacturer in Germany, and they've been able to replace the spare parts and send them a whole new one altogether. Okay, so remember, these machines are made where? Japanese built production. They're very incredibly strict. And so guys, I think we have come to the end of the top 15 reasons. So here is a recap summary of all top 15 reasons. Who here remembers all 15? Okay, who here remembers all 15 reasons? If you do, you get a Mars bar. I mean, no, you don't get a, you get a free glass of Kangen. Okay, here are top 15 reasons here. Number 1. So if you missed some of these at the very beginning, here's the recap. Number 1 is what? ISO 13485. Number 2 is what? WQA, Gold Seal Award. And by the way, you can print these certificates off from Enagic.com's website. Number 3, backed up by 6,500 medical doctors, the JAPA. 4, size matters here with the titanium plates, larger surface area. Number 5, medical grade platinum, titanium, track record of 45 years, direct OEM manufacturer straight from Osaka in Japan, so not subcontracted, not assembled together like a lot of the other brands are, and does not overheat, so you can keep running it over and over again. So you can give out, I know, hundreds of gallons of water every day. Biggest and fastest flow rate. Only ionized, producing 11.5, 2.5. E-cleaning system, not affected by hard water, 230 watts. Long lifespan, and 5 years warranty. And I'm going to throw in a number 16 over here, a free one over here, which is the only ionizer endorsed by the American Anti-Cancer Institute, or the AACI for short. So if you don't know who they are, go check them out. Here's the website here, AACI, American Anti-Cancer Institute. You have wrote this incredible book. All right, so hands up here if you have a copy of this book, if you read this book. All right, so if you haven't, get back to the person who introduced you. How do I get a copy of this book? How do I get a hard copy? How do I get a digital copy? Check it out, because chapter 6 in here talks all about ionized restructured water, and which are the best ionizer and brands that they endorse. Okay, and I think, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this little workshop here. So I'm going to imagine, guys, you haven't just invested $3,000 or $4,000 US in this machine. Imagine, if you're running this business, you've invested $300,000, $400,000 in a franchise business. So our jobs over here is to help solve other people's problems, isn't it? As entrepreneurs, what do we do best? We're here to help, tackle solutions and find solutions to, to help with their problems. So I am going to end this screen slide over here and come back and see all of your. If I missed out anything, no, I think that is it. I'm going to stop this screen share over here and see all of your beautiful faces. There we go. Hey guys. Right. I can see Ram.